You're watching KOMO News at 6.
The frustrating part is there's a 72-hour release window under state law. And so if we don't have a case within 72 hours, that person on a judge's order has to be let back out.
Now at 6, KOMO is getting answers about why a repeat offender who was arrested after leading police on a destructive chase across North Seattle was out on the streets to begin with.
Today we learned he's been arrested more than 30 times, most recently last month for attempted robbery. But he was released from jail because police were unable to give prosecutors the information needed to file charges. KOMO's Lynann Wynn joins us live outside the King County Jail with the very latest on this case. Lynann?
Well, the suspect has been identified as 31-year-old Maygag Warsame. His previous charges include robbery, assault, and theft of a motor vehicle. And he's been in and out of jail since he was 15 years old.
This is somebody who's being handled by our high priority repeat offender unit in King County because we want this behavior to stop. And we have continued to file charges against him. With more than 30 arrests since he was a teen, 31-year-old Maygag Warsame was arrested yet again by Seattle police Monday afternoon, accused of kidnapping and rape and crashing into several parked cars near Greenwood and 85th during a police chase. Initial court documents say he held a woman for almost 10 terrifying hours, threatened her with 2 guns, and sexually assaulted her. He said that if she tried to leave, he would send his boys to kill her. She eventually escaped, telling him she needed to use the bathroom, then running into a nearby Starbucks to call 911. He was scheduled to make a first appearance in court this afternoon, but refused to appear. Since 2008, he's been charged with 8 felonies just in King County. Most recently, he was arrested just last month for trying to steal cigarettes from a gas station and throwing a brick at the store clerk, injuring them. We need additional documents from a case detective in order to file the case. That's still an active case with SPD. We didn't get that, and so we didn't have the ability to file charges. By law, prosecutors only have 72 hours to file charges, or a suspect must be released from jail.
Is this a regular occurrence when you don't get the documents that you need to continue forward with the case?
It really varies. It certainly isn't a knock on SPD. There are cases every day that they are working around the clock on to get us documents. There are some cases where we know from SPD that they are working as hard as they can to get it to us.
Preston, they did, but the parents and families in this quiet neighborhood are absolutely terrified. A lot of children live here and play here, and we saw those parents holding those kids a little bit closer tonight. Now, take a look at this photo of that suspect's car that neighbors in View Ridge sent to us and circulated all over social media. Seattle police say Nash Miller grabbed a 10-year-old girl from the sidewalk and tried to stuff the child into the trunk of his car. Detectives say it happened in broad daylight just after 11 a.m. along the 6500 block of 45th Avenue Northeast. Witnesses tell us a woman heard the screaming, ran outside, and saved the traumatized girl. Police say the suspect drove away, but neighbors tell me an Amazon delivery driver memorized the suspect's license plate number. Detectives tracked him down in Fremont and arrested Miller. Parents in this neighborhood are very upset, as you can imagine. They tell me nothing like this has ever happened before, and this is a wake-up call.
Rage, absolute rage. This abduction is just one of many incidents of lawlessness in the city, and so I'm infuriated, and primarily because of the fear and concern it creates in our community and with my family. Of course, what parent wouldn't be terrified to hear about such an incident? I feel so badly for that family, and that the girl must have been absolutely traumatized.
Developing tonight, we've learned that members of the Seattle Teachers Union are expected to take a vote this weekend to authorize a strike. The union's board of directors has already given the green light for the vote, and members will meet to talk about it tomorrow night. The current contract expires tomorrow. In a statement, the union president said that bargaining continues with the district in hopes of reaching a new contract before the start of school. which is scheduled for next Wednesday. More than 1,500 teachers who are on strike in the Kent School District spent a fourth day walking picket lines today. The teachers union overcame an attempt last night to take them to court when the Kent School Board failed to pass a resolution to move forward with legal action. KOMO's Denise Whitaker is live in Kent tonight, looking closer at this crisis in the classroom. Denise?
Right, those teachers still negotiating with the school district, and I did learn that the district offered some new information, a new offer to the union right around 3 o'clock this afternoon, but I'm still waiting to learn exactly what that offer entailed. This is getting to be rather stressful for students, the unknown of not knowing when they may end up going back to school. Also for their working parents, their daycares or summer camp issues over the summertime now ending, leaving parents having to find a way to keep kids occupied without class.
I want to see my friends.
Ava Rios tells me she is also eager to meet her new second grade teacher, but today she's hanging out at the park with her mom and brother.
They were excited to go back to school because they miss their friends, which they only have in school.
Rios tells me her husband works from home. She manages a restaurant with flexible shifts, but she knows other parents who are struggling to juggle it all.
I had one of my servers tell me, hey, my son, he can't go to work, he can't go to school, obviously, so can he come in and like stay in the back room? So luckily I work for like a mom and pop, so like our owner's like, yeah, definitely, like that's okay.
It is always stressful to figure out childcare, especially when you don't have that extra help.
Janelle Kimbrough is still providing daycare for Ava and Olivia while their parents work. Today, they decided to hand out popsicles to picketing teachers, though the girls tell me they'd rather be in school.
Thank you, guys. I like going to school, and I don't know how long it will take.
Because you never know when you're going to go back to school. It could be in September. It could be tomorrow.
And how does that make you feel, not knowing?
Worried and a little nervous.
I absolutely think it can create more anxiety.
Dr. Chris Laddish at Marybridge Children's Hospital tells me parents should definitely watch their children's behaviors, ask a few questions about how they're feeling or about a particular behavior if it's out of the norm.
I think taking it in small doses and answering questions with one or two, responses to kids, and then get them to ask you more questions will let us know how much information they really want about a circumstance.
Hi, everyone. I'm Preston Phillips from KOMO News. Thanks for checking out the KOMO YouTube channel. You can see more of our videos right here by clicking on the video links for more news from the Seattle area and Western Washington. Oh, and don't forget to click the subscribe button below so you don't miss our YouTube updates.